Good evening, YouTube. Do you want to know what is the best, bar none, air filter for a chainsaw? Well, follow me here today and I'll show you how to clean, re-oil, and install. You see this? Is it too glossy? The MaxFlow. These things have been around forever. They've been used in chainsaw applications. They've been used in motorbikes mostly. It's just your simple foam filter. You use an oil for it. You clean it, you put it back on, it lasts forever. So stay with me. Let me know what you think. Green weenies, the MaxFlow filters, which I use here. I mean, these are still, that's the oil that you put on them. These are still really good. They say you can take these all the way till you start seeing particulates pulling through, and these are still just filtering really well. I've cut pine, I've cut red gum, eucalyptus, I've cut just a ton of this stuff. Hours and hours on these things, and they still just hold up really well. This is the Stihl stack, Nick Stihl, and there's just nothing in there. That's just from my finger from the filter. It's just super clean. This one is running on my 880. Just a bunch of ponderosa been cutting up with that. But I'm just going to show you how I clean these. So, got my little modified parts cleaner tank, just a Supertech, cheapest oil out there. It's really good oil actually if you look it up. Fill it with some gasoline and you just soak it in there. You can go barehanded if you want. In just a few seconds and bam, look at that. Just pulls everything off. Cleans off all the old oil. Squeeze it out. You're gonna have some discoloration on that, but clean, ready to go. Gasoline dries really quick. They do have a way to do it with water and soap, but I found that this gasoline, I did diesel before too, really works the best. A little rubbing if you have any pitch. Yeah, that one's all clean. Look at that. The MaxFlow. Some people might say, oh, don't use gasoline. Guess what? They are gasoline resistant. And if you actually see the majority of air filters are going to be gasoline resistant, because in a lot of countries that's just what they do. In Australia, I think they were testing the 462. This is the white. This is actually the higher particulate model. But there they are, 1, 2, 3. Give them a few minutes out here in the air. Now that we've cleaned these off, here's the once used. So it has a little cut in it right there. A little teeny hole on the other side. We'll see how it goes. Here's the once cleaned. That one's been used before. So here's the brand new. Side by side. They last a long time. These are the MaxFlow kits. This one is for the 460, but spoiler alert, this will fit 440 all the way up to the 880. They all take the same little inside cage, and then I'll show you when I'm done how these fit. The only difference is going to be these covers. And you really don't need these covers unless you're cutting up where there's a lot of water. So, trying this oil, Moto air filter oil. I believe it's made in France. Got it on Amazon. The GB right there is so Great Britain is used to impregnate foam air filters. So let's see how it works. I like this because it has a little cool flip up. These Europeans, man, they come up with everything. And to make it easy, I'm going to put them in here and soak them all down. So we'll do 2 at a time. See how this works. The idea is that you want it to soak up all in there, and so you just kind of squish it around. You could just use it with your gloved hand, but a bag you can do multiple. Just so, and it won't get everywhere. You won't really lose any. And you could use the bag for storage also. I'm going to try a little bit more. So there's the final. How much oil do you put in? I don't know, until you can squeeze it out, I guess. Let's see if any comes out here. And that's why you do it in a bag. So don't get it all over your driveway. They call this one the green weenie. These are old school. These have been used on motorbikes, off-road applications for years. I think all the way back in the 60s, maybe. It's just a foam. It has a spring, kind of a wire coil. So it's just hollow. And I didn't really show that. I'll do a video on it later, but there's a Stihl stack. Gentleman, Nick Stihl. So he makes these with a little 3D printer. And he can just make about any made out of plastic or whatever the 3D uses. And then I just kind of hacked this apart and kind of push it in. And there it is. Just your standard Dolmar 7910, all factory. And then I just kind of hacked this out. You could probably cut it better with a hole saw or something. But a little bit of the coil sticking up, still nice and firm. Of course, water isn't going to be the best. This is water resistant, but it's not going to be waterproof. But I cut in Arizona where it really doesn't. If it's inclement weather, then I don't cut. But right now, I'll just throw these green ones back on. They're pretty simple. These go in here. So I did put that in wrong. Reset it in there. There's a little plastic piece, but that's how they go together. They're ready for hours and hours of more use. So that just sits in there like that. This is kind of your lid or your base. No more like your lid. That goes there. And then this goes onto your machine like that. And pardon my messy garage here. I'm sure the only one in the world that has a messy garage. So here's the 660 clone farmertec. This was one of the original ones that they first made that they had said 666, 666, and then they changed that. So both the same setup. Gonna fit the same style, same way. Center it up, screw it on, and around here the lips just seal up against what's in there, and the holes are on the side, just like that, and it breathes better than any filter out there. The 880, same way, push it on there. Backing plate. screw it down nice and tight. And there you are. Well, there you have it. That is how you clean, oil, and reinstall air filters for my 880, my 660 clone, and my Dolmar 7910, 7900, 6400. That'll work with just about anything. If you have any questions, post them below. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Adios.